If, like me, you struggle with your weight, then stick around until the end of this video. Lumen, the world's first metabolic coach, has important insights tailor-made for you. You know, oftentimes I wake up on a Monday wondering what I'm going to talk about, and especially leading into a holiday, Christmas being Wednesday, and I think to myself, that's probably not going to be too much. Today was not such a day. All kinds of things on my docket of videos. We're going to start with this from CBS News. They have obtained a copy, an early copy, the rest of it I guess is going to be released today to the public, of Matt Gaetz, the final verdict on Matt Gaetz' ethics violations. And what is contained within, I'm going to play a quick summation from CBS News, and then I'm going to read from this article that really goes into a little bit more detail. It's not just ethics violations. Obviously, it's a violation of ethics to have sex with a child, obviously. But the findings of the Republican-led ethics committee doesn't leave much wiggle room for Matt Gaetz' future. And it also raises the question of one more failing of Merrick Garland. It's what the hell happened with the Department of Justice's investigation into Matt Gaetz, and why did they not bring charges against him? First, though, here's a brief summation, a minute and 30 seconds or so, from CBS News.
CBS News has obtained a final draft of the House Ethics Committee report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz. The bipartisan committee, led by Republicans, includes some shocking allegations. Scott McFarland has the latest. Scott, good morning.
Hey, Adriana, good morning to you. This report's findings determine there is substantial evidence that Matt Gaetz had sex with a minor, engaged in rampant illicit drug use, and violated multiple state laws while in office. The report lists payments totaling more than $90,000 to 12 different women between 2017 to 2020 and alleges the money was likely connected to sexual activity and drugs, including cocaine and ecstasy. The committee also obtained testimony that alleges Gaetz had sex twice with a 17-year-old girl. The victim told the committee she recalled receiving $400 in cash from Gaetz, which she understood to be payment for sex. Gaetz is also accused of creating a fake email from his Capitol Hill office for the purpose of purchasing marijuana and referred to drugs as party favors, rolls, and vitamins. The report did not uncover sufficient evidence of violations of federal sex trafficking laws, and Gaetz has denied any improper conduct, writing last week that his behavior in his 30s may have been embarrassing, though not criminal. The former congressman refused to sit for sworn testimony, only submitting written answers to some of the committee's questions. The committee also alleged he knowingly and willfully sought to impede and obstruct the investigation. The House Ethics Committee had initially voted to keep the report under wraps after Gaetz resigned from Congress in November and withdrew as Trump's picks to be Attorney General, but they reversed that decision in a vote earlier this month.
A number of different things here. One, this is a Republican rock star. He was Donald Trump's #1 choice to lead the Department of Justice, one more time for the people in the back, to lead the Department of Justice as the Attorney General. Defended time and time again by Republicans. And this is the behavior that Republicans found him guilty of. Republicans. He still is free, walking about, posing a threat to high school kids. The girl in question was a sophomore, or a junior in high school. A junior in high school. Imagine your daughter, who's a junior in high school. Imagine your daughter, who's a freshman in college, and Matt Gaetz preying on her. I'm going to read from this CBS News article. Matt Gaetz' ethics report says his drug use and sex with a minor violated state laws. Former Representative Matt Gaetz, a Florida Republican who briefly stood to become President-elect Donald Trump's nominee to be Attorney General, let's talk about a bad taste in your mouth, was found by congressional ethics investigators, Republican-led committee, Republican congressional ethics investigators, to have paid numerous women, including a 17-year-old girl, for sex, and to have purchased and used illegal drugs, including from his Capitol Hill office, according to a final draft of a comprehensive investigative report obtained by CBS News. Among the report's most lurid findings were the allegations of sex and drug-fueled parties and travel, including a 2018 trip to the Bahamas, where witnesses say he took ecstasy and had sex with 4 women. Look, I have little concern over his use of drugs. If he's doing it on his free time and it's not impacting the way his cognitive ability normally functions, do your thing, have your good times, whatever. But when you draw in minors, but also innocent bystanders into your fun, it's no longer just you. It's no longer just an adult making adult choices for their adult life. It becomes abuse. It becomes outside of the bounds of just normal behavior. From 2017 to 2020, Representative Gaetz made tens of thousands of dollars in payments to women that the committee determined were likely in connection with sexual activity and or drug use, noted the report. That's straight from the report, authored by Republicans, which lists payments totaling more than $90,000 to 12 different women. In a 3-year period between 2017 and 2020, Matt Gaetz spent $90,000 on drugs and women. The committee said it also received testimony that at a 2017 party, Gaetz twice had sex with victim A, who was 17 years old at the time and had just completed her junior year in high school. Victim A recalled receiving $400 in cash from Representative Matt Gaetz that evening, which she understood to be payment for sex, the committee wrote. Victim A said that she did not inform Representative Gaetz that she was under 18 at the time, nor did he ask her age. Rock star in the Republican Party. Man among men, according to Donald Trump. So trusted and honorable that he chose him to be the Attorney General at the Department of Justice. Yeah. It tells you the priorities of the Republican Party. It tells you that at the very least, and it goes beyond this, at the very least, these people, their picker is broke. Their selector is broke. They're not able to discern the character and quality of character of an individual. It's just the way it is. And of course, this is the case when you have Donald Trump at the helm, a man with broken character, a man with no morals, with no ethics, with no fealty to the country, no loyalty or duty to the Constitution. They choose these types. What do you think? I invite you to this conversation. You can comment below. Help the algorithm here on YouTube to share this content with new people. You can also call, leave a voicemail on the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. That'll be it for this story today. I do seek your conversation and input on it. I will see you next time. Until then, be genuine. Stick around for these words from today's sponsor.
Anyone who has watched my videos for a while now will know that I struggle with my weight a little bit. From diets to workout regimens and apps filled with wisdom, I feel like I have sampled the spectrum of weight loss options. I think that I've made pretty great progress of late too, if I do say so myself. And no, not through some dubious miracle cure. I have been using Lumen to study my metabolism. Lumen has allowed me to better understand how effectively the foods I eat turn into the energy that keeps me going. But let's back up. What is Lumen anyway? Well, it's the world's first handheld metabolic coach. With just one breath in the morning, Lumen measures your metabolism. It lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs, and then recommends a personalized health plan to improve your nutrition, workout, sleep, and stress management.
Take the next step in improving your health by going to lumen.me/Dollemore to receive 15% off of your purchase. That's lumen.me/Dollemore for 15% off your first order. Lumen is not just a weight loss tool. Your metabolism is basically your body's engine turning food or fuel into the power to run the machine that is you. Optimizing that engine can bring about several benefits. Yes, easier weight management, like I've been doing, plus also increased energy levels, enhanced fitness results, and improved sleep. Using your own real-time metabolic readings, Lumen will generate a plan to put you in the most optimal state for what you're doing. If you breathe into Lumen before you work out, Lumen can tell you whether or not you need to carb up, for instance. No more cookie cutter, one-size-fits-all nutritional strategies. Craft a healthier version of you with Lumen. Head to lumen.me/Dollemore to receive 15% off of your purchase. That's lumen.me/Dollemore for 15% off. Illuminate your metabolic health with Lumen.